Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Some keen observers of the development trends in the Niger Delta region are urging the newly appointed administrator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Dr. Dennis Otuaro, to revitalize the program and refocus its efforts on fulfilling its core mandate of offering sustainable livelihood alternatives to the youth population in the region. This follows Dr. Otuaro's recent appointment by President Bola Tinubu to lead a crucial intervention outfit conceived to put paid to the lingering insecurity issues in the region.
The Niger Delta region has been a focal point for developmental concerns since the advent of crude oil exploration in the mid-1950s. Ironically, the treasure belt of the nation is home to widespread poverty, deprivation and large-scale environmental degradation that have dislocated the people from their predominant means of livelihood, with little effort by government and major players in the sector to drive development and provide alternative livelihoods. The young population took to arms to drive home their discontent and make their demand known to the world. In June 2009, after a series of consultations and engagement with a broad spectrum of actors and stakeholders, former President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua of blessed memory brought into life the Presidential Amnesty Program, hinged on disarming, demobilizing and reintegrating militants who were involved in the armed struggle. About 15 years after its establishment and billions of the nation's funds invested, the Amnesty Program, which is supposed to empower ex-agitators to contribute meaningfully to the economy, leaves more to be desired. More worrisome is the fact that the federal government has continued to patronize the program, initially scheduled to roll up in 5 years, not because it has a clear plan and intention to either empower the persons involved or provide lasting solutions to the security issues plaguing the region, but as a collateral for continuing crude oil exploitation activities within the region while the root causes are allowed to fester in the background. President Muhammadu Buhari's statement during his 2021 budget presentation spoke volumes about the government's lack of political stamina to address the underlying security challenges in the region and his resolve to rather take the easy and cheap alternative of just throwing money at the problem that leaves the region sitting on a cake of gunpowder.
To maintain the peace in the Niger Delta region, for economic and social activities to thrive, the provision of 65 billion naira for the Presidential Amnesty Program has been retained in the 2021 budget.
An environmental rights activist in the region who scores the program low emphasizes the need for the new administrator, Dr. Dennis Otuaro, who was recently appointed by President Bola Tinubu to bring fresh energy and strategic direction to the program.
The man needs to redesign the program and see what they can do to really create livelihood programs that will engage people. At that level, it does not matter whether you were carrying gun or not. We should not count it on our finger. We should see it spread as many as possible within the Niger Delta communities. That this is what the Amnesty has done. They have transformed this person from a pipeline breaker to an employer of labor.
However, Comrade Eniwake Orogun and Comrade Legbosi Yamabana, both youth leaders from the region, warn that unless the program is structured differently, it will continue to serve as a drain on the federal government resources and be a self-enriching venture for a selected few.
The federal government, the Presidential Amnesty Program must begin to attend to people who have not taken arms against the state by ensuring that resources, opportunities are equitably distributed. Let's not have that notion that to benefit or to get government attention, you have to take arms against the state. And once that is formed, it is hard to dissuade the people from there.
Most importantly, the previous administrators of the Amnesty Program must be audited with immediate effect. if they are not audited, this particular man may also tend to go that way, thinking that it will be an uhuru for him at the end of his own administration.
While the presidential amnesty is still far from addressing the underlying causes of youth restiveness in the region, President Tinubu should, as a matter of urgency, beyond opening up a conversation on the plethora of issues in the Niger Delta, be sincere and committed to tackling insecurity, particularly to put paid to the silent bloodbath, hostility and economic sabotage in the oil-rich region.
Inside the Niger Delta,